First, we'll define the force. Force is defined as a pull or push, which tends to change the state of the object. Just a door, every time we come across any door, there is written pull or push. Pull means we are applying the force towards ourselves. Push means force is applied away. So it may change the state of the object. If it is unlocked, it will open. Otherwise, it will tend to open. Or we want to close it. Okay, so force is the vector quantity. It's the SI unit is Newton. Sometimes other units are also given like this. What is the meaning of this? kgf or kg weight. Newton is the SI unit, no problem. You don't have to change it. Okay. But kgf और kg weight, ये इसका मतलब क्या है? Do you know? kgf is not SI unit. It is say MKS unit, old units. In that we have to multiply by 9.8 to make it a Newton. For example, जैसे 1 kgf और 1 kg weight is 1 into 9.8. G से मल्टीप्लाई करना 9.8 Newton, like this. Sometimes force is given in kgf. You have to multiply by G to make it Newton. Clear? So force is pull or push, which can change the state of body, or which has a tendency to change the state of body. Clear? How many types of forces we are dealing? हम लोग कितने forces से deal करते हैं? Generally, all the forces are classified or categorized in 4 groups. 4 type के forces होते हैं. Any idea about that? Any idea about that 4 forces? देखिए, first is the electromagnetic force. Electromagnetic force. Are you there? Whole line पर?
Yes, sir.
इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक फोर्स में कौन कौन से आते हैं? इलेक्ट्रिकल फोर्स, मैग्नेटिक फोर्स, कांटेक्ट फोर्स, फ्रिक्शन फोर्स, ये सब इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक फोर्स में आता है. फ्रिक्शन फोर्स भी इलेक्ट्रो एंड मैग्नेटिक फोर्सेस की वजह से जनरेट होता है. टेंशन, नॉर्मल रिएक्शन, these all comes from electromagnetic force. Gravitation force, you know, and due to gravity and due to the gravitational force of attraction, it comes. And strong nuclear force. These are the last two are found in the nucleus of the atom. ये जो force है, strong nuclear force, nucleons के बीच में है, and weak nuclear force also inside the atom only. ठीक है? So that can be seen in modern physics. But these forces we are going to come across. Electromagnetic force जो है, in this chapter we are going to see normal reaction, tension, friction, all these are called electromagnetic force. Gravitation we are going to see separate chapter, 7th or 8th, 7th chapter, 8th chapter in this book itself, first book itself. Now weight. What is the weight? This much is clear, no problem. Force we have defined, type of the forces we have seen. Weight is the force of the earth on the object, which is equal to mg. Weight is also the force, which is equal to mg. If you multiply mass with g, we get the weight. So जनरली अपन हम लोग जो वेइंग मशीन जो इंडिकेट करती है, केजीएफ में वेट इंडिकेट करती है. Suppose you are standing on the weighing machine, it is indicating say 60. It is 60 kgf, but you have to convert it into the Newton. 60 into 9.8, that will be your weight close to the 600 Newton. G से मल्टीप्लाई करें, G को 10 ले लो, तो 60 into 10, 600 Newton. Okay. The weighing machine indicates in kg weight, kg force. Now, can the forces be applied from distance? Yes, some forces can be applied from distance, like gravitation force and electrical force, magnetic force. But electromagnetic force जो होता है ना, ये contact forces होते हैं. जैसे friction force हो गया, and normal reaction, and your tension. इसको separate कर लो, electrical and magnetic. They can also be applied from the distance. Gravitation force, you know, it can be bodies that don't have to touch each other. Particles being at distance can apply the force. So answer is yes. Can the forces applied from distance? Answer is yes. Now next point is the external force required to keep the body in uniform motion? ये बताइए, can you reply? क्या हमें external force लगा के रखना पड़ेगा to keep the body in uniform motion? हमें किसी बॉडी को लगातार चलाते रहना है. Do we have to apply the force continuously, or without that it will do?
We will have to apply force continuously.
No, that was earlier thought. Now, later on, Galileo explained that we don't need the force for continuous motion. Uniform motion के लिए नहीं. That was the Newton's first law, है ना? So answer is no. Uniform motion means velocity is zero. I mean acceleration zero, है ना? Or acceleration is in this relation. Okay. So earlier it was thought we have to apply the force to keep the body in motion, even uniform motion. But if you can remove friction and everything, so body will continuously move. But when we move the body, there is the force, frictional force, that reduces the speed. And therefore, we have to apply the force. If that friction is not there, we don't have to apply the force. So Aristotle's fallacy, उन्होंने सोचा था, he thought that external force is required to keep the body in motion. But later on, Galileo studied the motion of objects on an incline. उसने देखो क्या एक्सपेरिमेंट किया, 9th में भी था आपकी टेक्स्ट बुक में. यहाँ से ऑब्जेक्ट छोड़ा, फ्रिक्शनलेस सरफेस ले ली, हाईली स्मूथ सरफेस ली उसने, तो ऑब्जेक्ट वेंट टू द सेम हाइट. फिर इधर से एंगल उसने कम किया, अगेन इट वेंट टू सेम हाइट. फिर इधर से फ्लैट कर दिया, तो देन बॉडी विल कंटिन्यूअसली मूव till it comes to the same height. It will continue to move and it can go up to infinity in order to achieve the same height. Okay. So objects will continuously move without force, provided you are able to remove the friction. And space में project कर दीजिए कोई object को. If there is no forces, space में no forces of other planets, it will continuously move, keep moving away, keep going away. All right. So these are the earlier myths की force लगा के we have to keep forcing the object to have it in the motion. It is not true. ठीक है? Clear? Force defined, type of forces, and weight is mg. Keep the body in uniform motion, no force is required. And then Galileo's did the experiment, he slowly kept increasing the angle, but every time it was going to the same height. If you make the angle 0, it will move continuously in order to have the same height. Okay. So before we see the Newton's first law, inertia, law of inertia. Inertia means what? Resistance to change the state of the object. Resistance to change the state of rest or motion. So if object is at rest, it tends to remain at rest. If it is moving, it tends to continuously move. So that is what is the inertia, law of inertia. More mass means more inertia. If object is very massive, so to move it, there is difficulty to stop it. Also, there is more resistance, more difficulty to stop it. So mass is related, inertia is related to mass. Massive bodies will have more inertia, more resistance to change the state of rest or motion. Clear? Inertia is resistance to change the state. Now first law is dealing with that only. First law जो कि आपने पढ़ा हुआ है पहले भी. Every body continues to be in the state of rest or uniform motion in a straight line unless compelled by some external force to act. Otherwise, till we apply any force, if it is at rest, it will remain at rest. If it is moving, uniform motion में straight line लिखने की जरूरत नहीं है. Uniform motion itself is a straight line motion. Anyway, तो अगर वो रेस्ट पर है तो it will be remaining at rest. If it is in a uniform motion, it will continue to do so till external forces applied. ठीक है. So Newton's first law. So it is related to inertia only, है ना. So if body is at rest, it will remain at rest. If it is moving, it will continue to move without with the same uniform motion till we apply the external force. In other words, we can say if F net is 0, then A is 0, then uniform motion. Acceleration नहीं है, then either body at rest or uniform motion. ये मतलब है ना. We don't have to write all this, just for your explanation. This much is enough. Newton's first law. If net force is 0, you can write it briefly also. If you don't want to write, you can write if net force 0, then body will be either at rest or will be in uniform motion. Simple. Got it? No problem. So first law. What about second law? बोलिए second law क्या है? Does anybody remember? Second law क्या है?
Force is directly proportional to rate of change of momentum with respect to time.
Yes. The rate of change of momentum is directly proportional to force. उल्टा बोला आपने. तो मोमेंटम पहले सीख लेते हैं, फिर सेकंड लॉ देख लेते हैं. तो second law is related to momentum. Momentum is the quantity of motion. Momentum is the quantity of motion, and it is given by the product of mass and velocity of the body. Suppose कोई object move कर रहा है, तो उसका mass और velocity को multiply कर दो. Whatever the quantity is there is called momentum. M into V. याद है? अच्छा, इससे पहले ये क्वेश्चन बताओ. Can you see it? Question number 1 of 5th chapter. An astronaut accidentally gets separated out of his small spaceship accelerating in the interstellar space, sorry, at a constant rate of 100 meters per second square. What is the acceleration of astronaut the instant after he is outside the spaceship? Assume that there is no nearby stars to exert the gravitational force on him. स्पेसशिप से बाहर निकल गया हो, एंड स्पेसशिप का फोर्स ऑफ अट्रैक्शन इज आल्सो नेग्लिजिबल, है ना. स्पेसशिप आल्सो कैन आल्सो अप्लाई द फोर्स, बट इट इज जनरली very very negligible. Gravitational force is very weak force, you know. Other stars are not there nearby. So moment he get detached, then his acceleration will be 0. Nearby they are telling no, there are no nearby stars or planets. So acceleration will be 0 because no net force now. पहले उसके अंदर था spaceship में, it was accelerating due to the engine and all. Answer is 0. No, that's what they read. Since there are no nearby stars to exert the gravitational force on him, and the small spaceship exerts negligible gravitational force. And spaceship mass is not that huge like Earth and Moon and all. So therefore, its gravitational force is not counted. The net force acting on the astronaut once he is out of the spaceship is 0. And but the first law of motion, by the first law of motion, the acceleration of the astronaut is 0. If no net force, no acceleration. Acceleration भी पूछा था ना? What is the acceleration ही पूछा था? No net force, no acceleration. ये जो acceleration है, वो acceleration on the object depends upon the forces at that instant. हमेशा keep remembering, acceleration depends upon the net force at that instant. हमेशा net force उस moment पे कितना लग रहा है, उस पे acceleration depend करता है. The answer is 0 both the whether acceleration or net force both are 0. Clear? No doubt. Now momentum we can see. Momentum देखो, as we know this, momentum is the product of, suppose body is moving, it is said to have the momentum, how much mass into velocity. P is equal to mv, unit will be kg meter per second. Momentum is vector quantity. Nothing much to explain here. Momentum जो है vector quantity because it depends upon the velocity of the object. ठीक है? So suppose if I ask you, find the momentum of object, we can leave this question. By the way, orally you tell me, क्या आंसर होगा ऑब्जेक्ट का? व्हाट विल बी द मोमेंटम?
1.
1 ऐसा यूनिट है ना। ग्राम में, ग्राम को केजी में कन्वर्ट करना है, तो दिस वी कैन लीव इट, है ना, जस्ट लीव इट। दिस इज योर होमवर्क क्वेश्चन। या एक मिनट, ओके, इसको बता सकते हैं क्वेश्चन को? कैन यू डू इट हियर इटसेल्फ और यू वांट टू डू इट इन होमवर्क? If mass of 1 kg hits the surface with the velocity 2 meter per second and bounce back with the same speed, find magnitude of change of momentum. चलो इसको करके बताओ यहीं पे, क्विक, डू इट क्विकली। चेंज ऑफ मोमेंटम इज P2 minus P1. कितना आएगा बोलो?
4.
How much?
4m.
4 ऐसा यूनिट, 0 तो नहीं आ रहा है, डायरेक्शन चेंज हो जाती है ना, तो एड अप हो जाता है, इट विल बी एडेड अप। एंगल 180 है, तो one will be minus, other will be plus. So P1, suppose it is hitting like this, P1 will be M1 M into V1, that is 2. P2 bouncing back, now it will be minus 2. So put the values, change of momentum delta P is P2 minus P1. Putting the value, we get the 4 SI unit. Clear to everyone? इसमें mistake नहीं करना है. Moment the direction is opposite, both the quantities are added up, both the momentum are added up, direction opposite हो गई. जो एंगल है, I mean एंगल 180 डिग्री, तो बीच में माइनस है, माइनस माइनस विल मेक इट प्लस. ये either both will be plus or both will be minus, so answer will be like this. Why we ask the magnitude? Because somebody may take this side, ऐसा इधर से hit कर सकते, P1 can be negative, P2 can be positive. यहाँ पे P2 minus minus plus हो जाएगा, ये plus हो जाएगा, ये भी plus. Then also 4 answer. If we hit the object on the other side, है ना, in place of initial velocity being this side, can be this side, है ना, ऐसे. So then it will come plus. So in both cases, you take any direction first, left or right, answer will be, magnitude will be 4. Got it? तो ये इसमें ये vector already we had done, है ना. Many times this situation was there in vectors and in other places. Acceleration में भी किया था. Acceleration was change of velocity upon time. In that also we did same thing. Clear to everyone? Are you there?
Yes, sir.
बोलो यहाँ तक समझ में आ गया? We have seen the type of the forces we have defined. We have also seen other unit of force, kgf or kg weight. kgf stands for kg force, kg weight stands for kgwt stands for kg weight. Okay, let's see. Forces we have seen, type of forces, है ना. इसको क्या बोलते हैं? kgf means kg force और kgwt means kg weight. पुरानी यूनिट है, इसमें 9.8 से मल्टीप्लाई करके न्यूटन बनाया जाता है. टाइप ऑफ फोर्सेस, वेट इज mg, है ना. फर्स्ट लॉ वी हैव सीन. सेकंड लॉ के लिए मोमेंटम सीख रहे हैं. मोमेंटम, because we are going to deal with the rate of change of momentum, so we should have the idea of change of momentum. कैसे निकालते हैं? Now suppose this is the important question, particularly for those going in competitive examination. Suppose you are hitting the ball at angle now. It comes back at same angle up with the same speed. Theta से hit किया. What will be the change of momentum now? If ball hits the surface at angle theta with normal and bounces back with the same speed and bounces at same speed at same angle, find magnitude of change of momentum. Got it? बोले क्वेश्चन समझ में आया? क्या करना है? मास एम में बोलते हैं. Are you there?
Yes, sir. Half mv root 2. Oh, sorry, mv root 2.
Anything? What do you want to say?
Sir, mv root 2. Change in momentum.
No. So do it carefully. इसको just take your time. And this is very frequently asked in JEE and NEET. NEET में and JEE asked. So we'll discuss in the next class. All right. MV root 2 will be there when it is bouncing back at, when it is, this angle is 45. The angle 45 है, then MV root 2. But the angle can be anything. It can be 30 degrees, 60 degrees with the normal. And sometimes they change this question angle, they give it from here. So then again answer will change. We'll discuss in the next class. Angle with the normal is generally given. All right, so note colors, just note down. This is the important question for NEET examination. Noted. Now, after knowing the momentum and change of momentum, we can see the second law of Newton's second law, na? Second law of motion. देखो, suppose you want to turn, suppose you are connecting the stone with the thread and turning it. है ना? So in turning, you have to apply the force. है ना? Without force, you cannot turn it. So while turning the object, turning the stone, its momentum is changing, and it from where it comes. It comes through the force applied by you through the string, and more faster you turn, more force you have to apply. More faster you turn means more faster you change the momentum. So second law is based on this only. The change of momentum or rate of change of momentum is directly proportional to the force applied. Change take place in the direction of applied force. जिधर आप force apply करेंगे उधर ही in that direction only change will take place. So that's how second law goes. It is related to change of momentum. The rate of change of momentum of body is directly proportional to the applied force and takes place in the direction in which the force is applied. All right, simple. So you can just see. So force is dp by dt, vector quantity है dp by dt, but we know momentum is m into v. This value we can put it here. यहाँ पे देखो आगे हमने p की value put कर दी. Now mass, if mass is constant, it will be, इसको mass को आगे shift कर लो और weight को और dv by dt, it will become dv by dt. So dv by dt is nothing but a acceleration. So formula क्या बन गया? F is equal to ma. Net force is equal to mass into acceleration. F is net unbalanced force. We can call it net unbalanced force. Unit of force is Newton, or we can write from this formula also, kg meter per second square. Okay. This is the main law. From this we get this. F is equal to ma. इसको ऐसे भी लिख सकते हैं, acceleration is equal to force upon mass. So acceleration produced in the body is inversely proportional to the mass and directly proportional to the force. If mass is less, acceleration produced will be more. अगर हम same force लगाते हैं on the smaller mass and big mass, the mass having object having lesser mass will be accelerating more. That's what is happening when we jump from the height. So acceleration produced in our body is more as compared to acceleration produced in the earth. Earth and we apply the same force on each other, but we get the more acceleration because mass is very less as compared to earth. Height से jump करते, so we go down, earth doesn't go up. Massive है, बहुत ज़्यादा mass है earth का. So massive object will have lesser acceleration for the same force applied. Do you know? We apply the same force on earth, whatever the earth apply the force on us. Convince? Or earth apply the more force on us. बताइए, अर्थ हमारे ऊपर ज्यादा फोर्स लगा दी है कि we apply more force on we. Newton's third law, Newton's universal law of gravitation. Force between two bodies. Okay? Force between two bodies are directly proportional to the product of mass, inversely proportional to the distance square into g. ये m1 will be our mass, m2 will be the mass of the earth, d will be the distance between the center of the earth to our body. So F indicate the force on each body. Yes, Ian. Force between the two bodies. दोनों equal and opposite force लगा. So it is in accordance with the Newton's third law, but it comes from the Newton's law of universal law of gravitation. Whatever the force Earth apply on us, same force we apply on the Earth, both being equal and opposite, but acceleration will be produced more. हम जब jump करेंगे, force acceleration produced in our body will be more as compared to acceleration produced on the Earth. Suppose M2 है. M2 is very large, 10 to the power 24 kg Earth's mass. 6 into 10 power 24 kg. Equal forces will produce equal forces can produce the equal acceleration, or they can produce unequal acceleration depending upon the mass of the body. Alright, चलेगा? समझ में आ गया ये? Can we do this question here itself? देखो, दिख रहा है आपको नीचे वाला क्वेश्चन? If momentum, okay, रुक जाओ, इसको तो फिर से लिख देते हैं. If momentum on the body is given by P is equal to T square, if momentum is given by P is equal to T square plus T plus 1, P is equal to T square plus, just a minute. Where T is momentum, where T is time, then find force on an object Second, quick answer, very quick answer. Are you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, बोलिए, what is the answer?
Five.
5 Newton is the first answer coming. What are the quick answer? ये फार्मूला है ना भाई, फर्स्ट ये दिस वन इज द फार्मूला, व्हाई कांट यू डू इट इंडिपेंडेंटली? dp by dt means what you have to do it, क्या करना है इसमें?
Differentiation.
Yes, differentiate करके t की value, put the value of t at the last. First you have to do the differentiation, simple differentiation, easiest one. Mostly x to the power n वाला differentiation we are using it, and x to the power n minus 1. So dp by dt,
So my answer is 5 Newton.
yes, 5 is the answer coming. Let's see, the t square का differentiation will be 2t, t का 1 का 0. So dp by dt is called force. So force की equation मिल गई 2t plus 1. So at t is equal to 2, f will be 2 into 1, नहीं, 2 है तो 2 into 2 plus 1, that's 5 Newton. ठीक है, simple question. So, but you should know, you have to do the differentiation. ये instantaneous value है, Suppose if I give you like this, if I give you the question like this, अच्छा ओके चलो, जैसे ओके यहाँ पे देखो, नाउ इफ टाइम इंटरवल इज लार्ज तो फिर एवरेज फोर्स आएगा, ऐसे लिखेंगे एवरेज फोर्स इज इक्वल टू चेंज ऑफ मोमेंटम अपॉन चेंज ऑफ टाइम, चेंज ऑफ मोमेंटम विल बी P2 minus P1 अपॉन T, ऐसा है ना? जैसे ये क्वेश्चन था, इसमें if I tell you particle takes 0.2 seconds to change its direction, find the average force, change of momentum already we have done, और टाइम कितना 0.2 सेकेंड टू चेंज, तो एफ एवरेज विल बी डिवाइड बाय टाइम, so things become average value when time interval increases, then it becomes average value. तो यहाँ पर single point of time was given, so it is rate of change, differentiation करना है, और time interval is given 2 to 4 second like that, or 0 to 2 second, then force will be average, F average will be P2 minus P1 upon T, जो dP है dP will be P2 minus P1, dt will be T, delta T, or T, T2 minus T1 also we can write. Like this, when two time intervals are given, then it will be average force in this case. Single point of time, instantaneous value, you have to differentiate. Simple, clear or not? कब differentiate करना है, कब नहीं करना है, तो average value में नहीं करना पड़ता, instantaneous value में करना पड़ता है. What will be the average force? If I write find average force, तब कैसे करेंगे? Then we have to give more information. एक तो time interval देना पड़ेगा, फिर ये भी बताना पड़ेगा body is moving in the straight line or not. यहाँ पे हमें लिखना पड़ेगा body moving in the straight line, है ना? फिर T1 पुट करके हमारा P1 आ जाएगा, और T2 पुट करके हमारा P2 आ जाएगा. Like that we have to do. We have to give more information for average force. Let us note at this stage some important points about the second law. तो second law के बारे में एक point सीखते हैं यहाँ पर. Since F is equal to ma, in second law if force is 0 means acceleration is 0. अगर ये 0 है तो acceleration is 0. The second law is obviously consistent with the first law. How can we say? तो यहाँ से देखो acceleration 0. In first law, if acceleration is 0, then object is rest or in uniform motion. First law में क्या सीखा था हमने? और object if net force is 0, then object is rest or in uniform motion. So second law includes the first law. ऐसे बोल सकते हैं, or we can prove the first law from the second law. अगर बोलेंगे first law से second law prove करो, so you can do it. बोलेंगे okay, if net force is 0, acceleration is 0, body either is at rest or in uniform motion. Clear? Second law includes the first law. Are you there?
Yes, sir.
ठीक है. So from second law, first law can be proved. तो एक this is good example given, already we have discussed also, but फिर से इस पॉइंट को देखते हैं. देखो, the train is moving in certain direction, the person releases the object, it goes down like this, ऐसे जाएगा, train is going in this direction, it makes the projectile and goes. So situation is given like this, acceleration at an instant is determined by the force at that instant. Already I told you this point. Acceleration will be determined by the force at that moment. The moment after after a stone is dropped out of the accelerating train, it has no horizontal acceleration or force. If air resistance is neglected, the stone carries no memory of acceleration with the train a moment ago. This train was accelerating very fast. You drop the stone, it will not carry any memory of the acceleration of train, because acceleration depends upon the force at that distance. Moment the object is released, it is coming under the effect of gravity, acceleration will be g downward in all the cases. It will be g downward. And यहाँ पे लिख दो g downward. g कर सकते हो उसको. Train, whatever the acceleration of train was there, it will not carry anything from that, because moment you release it, now force of the earth is there, train का negligible force रहेगा, train का gravitation force is negligible. Other object around us apply very negligible force on us. Suppose जब हम बोलते हैं हमारा weight इतना है, so that is the weight due to the force due to the gravitation force of the earth. Other object around us also apply the force on us, but it is very negligible. 0.00000, so many zeros. Because if you remember the formula, अभी जो मैंने formula लिखा था, F is equal to anybody remember the value of G? Universal gravitation constant, 6.67 into 10 to the power minus 11. So very small force is there. 0.00, so many zeros will come. 1.0000000 Newton. Do you have how much is the 1 Newton force? आपने experience किया 1 Newton force का? Suppose you lift your say cell phone आप हाथ में उठा रहे, तो how many Newton force you may be applying to hold it in your hand? Is it close to 1 Newton or 10?
100 grams का है तो 1 Newton.
1 Newton.
हम
Okay.
experience करेंगे.
Yes. If you lift the bucket in the bathroom full of water, how many Newtons you are applying the force on that? Bucket having the 10 liters of water, having mass 10 kg. Okay, चलो 1 Newton देखते हैं. If mass of the object is, suppose cell phone का mass 100 gram है, कितना हो जाएगा? 0.1 kg. तो 1 Newton. Okay. तो force क्या है? Weight, and weight is the force. Weight is mg. The mass of the cell phone is 100 gram. That is 0.1 kg into G10 ले लेते हैं ना. It is close to 1 Newton. So whenever you lift the object of nearly 100 gram, in fact, it comes 102 gram. 102 gram multiplied by 9.8 will give you 1 Newton. So roughly 100 gram object, if you lift it, so you apply the 1 Newton force. If you lift the bucket full of water having mass 10 kg, then 10 into 10, 100 Newton force you are applying to carry it from one place to other place. So you should have the idea how much big is 1 Newton. Clear? You can feel it 1 Newton, how much is it? All right. तो ये देखो, ये क्वेश्चन है आपकी टेक्स्ट बुक का. Bullet of mass 0.04 kg moving with the speed of 90 meters per second enters a heavy wooden block and is stopped after a distance of 60 centimeters. What is the average force exerted by the block on the bullet How to find out this? बोलिए. एक बुलेट आ रही थी और entered into the block and came at rest. यहाँ पे आके रेस्ट पर आ गई 60 सेंटीमीटर के बाद. How much is the force applied by the block onto the bullet? Don't say me sir mass into g. ऐसा नहीं करना. वो तो अर्थ का फोर्स होगा उसके बुलेट के ऊपर. It is the other force because it is a resistive force. है ना? It is penetrating into the block and block के जो items हैं, the mass है that is opposing its motion. How to do this question? Newton, I mean, third equation. यहाँ से acceleration मिल जाएगा. V will be 0. F is equal to mass into acceleration. पहले acceleration निकाल लीजिए. Consider uniform retardation. यहाँ पे बोलना पड़ेगा. Of course, average पूछा उन्होंने. But uniform retardation assume करके we can use the third equation. Let's see. पहले उन्होंने एक्सप्रेशन निकाल लिया. Retardation assume constant यहाँ पर. It is coming very huge, very huge. Then mass से multiply कर दो. So because of देखो ये 270 Newton it is coming है ना. What conclusion you can draw? देखो conclusion ये draw कर सकते हैं. Okay. ये force is equal to mass into acceleration. अगर g के कंपैरिजन में हम इसको करें तो 270 g10 ले लो तो mass 27. मतलब it is equivalent to the force applied by the 27 kg mass when dropped from the certain height. 27 kg mass को तुम हाइट से ड्रॉप करो तो उसके ऊपर फोर्स कितना होगा mg 270 न्यूटन ग्रेविटी. बुलेट बीइंग वेरी स्मॉल है ना, कितना कम है उसका. अर्थ कितना फोर्स लगा इसके ऊपर जी 10 से मल्टीप्लाई कर दो 0.4 kg. इसका वेट 0.4 kg है. 0.4 न्यूटन सॉरी 0.4 न्यूटन है. But it is able to apply this much big force 270 because of the high speed involved in that. Therefore damage is more. They move very fast and causing damage into the human body. When they enter in the body, they get lot of resistive force, so damage is more because of despite having the small mass. It is the high velocity which is causing the high rate of change of momentum, and due to that high force comes. Clear? All right. So this is the combination of two topics: one dimension motion and laws of motion. This chapter generally we call it Newton's laws of motion. Generally we refer it Newton's laws of motion. Newton's. Okay, because all the three laws are given by Newton. So sometime we may say Newton's laws of motion chapter का नाम. Clear यहाँ तक हो गया? No problem. So ये question भी solve example we can see it quickly. The motion of particle of mass m is described by this equation. Find the force acting on the particle. Can you tell me how much is the force acting on the particle? This is the displacement. Why the displacement? इसको डिफरेंशिएट कर दो, है ना, dy by dt, तो वेलोसिटी मिल जाएगी। फिर एक बार डिफरेंशिएट करो dv by dt, एक्सेलरेशन मिल जाएगा। डिस्प्लेसमेंट को दो बार डिफरेंशिएट करने से एक्सेलरेशन मिलता है कि नहीं मिलता, बोलिए क्विकली। देखिए, कैन यू सी इट हियर? फर्स्ट दे हैव डन द एक्सेलरेशन, आई मीन डिफरेंशिएशन। टेक्स्ट बुक का सॉल्व एग्जांपल है ये, डिफरेंशिएट कर दो। टी का डिफरेंशिएशन क्या होगा? 1, u इज द कांस्टेंट, और इधर टी स्क्वायर का कितना होगा? 2t, 2 will get cancelled, so gt will remain. Now again you have to differentiate. Now this is the dv by dt is called velocity, है ना? फिर से डिफरेंशिएट करो, dv by dt कर दो उसको, तो u is constant, उसका डिफरेंशिएशन 0 हो गया, and here is the t only, gt, t का डिफरेंशिएशन 1 हो जाएगा, तो g बचेगा, so it is coming z, तो force is equal to mg, mg आ गया। एक्चुअल में क्या है? दिस इक्वेशन इज गिवन, दिस इक्वेशन इज फॉर द बॉडी, डिस्प्लेसमेंट फॉर द बॉडी रिलीज फ्रॉम द हाइट, है ना। ग्रेविटी में जब ऑब्जेक्ट को हम छोड़ते हैं तो उसकी इक्वेशन ये आएगी, डाउनवर्ड डायरेक्शन वी कैन टेक इट पॉजिटिव। ये इक्वेशन लिखी है उन्होंने, है ना, या फिर थ्रो किया उसको। एक्चुअली ऑब्जेक्ट इज थ्रोन डाउनवर्ड, यू इनिशियल वेलोसिटी है उसमें, तो व्हाइल ऑब्जेक्ट इज मूविंग इन द एयर, देन आल्सो इट्स वेट विल बी mg। जब रेस्ट पर है तभी भी mg रहेगा, एयर में मूव कर रहा है तभी भी mg रहेगा। दैट्स व्हाट इज द रिजल्ट कमिंग, गेटिंग और नॉट? mg क्यों आ रहा है? बिकॉज इट इज मूविंग, इट मे बी मूविंग अंडर द इफेक्ट ऑफ ग्रेविटी, है ना। बिकॉज इक्वेशन आल्सो इंडिकेट दैट, without solving also we can say okay, it is the motion under the gravity, so force will be mg। mass was given, m was given, तो एक्सेशन को मास से मल्टीप्लाई कर दिया, फोर्स मिल गया। दिस विल वाइंड अप इन 1 minute। क्लियर? सबको समझ में आ गया ये सॉलिड एग्जांपल? sometimes particularly competitive examination, I'm telling you, they ask the solid example including JEE advanced, JEE mains advanced and NEET. They are in a bit of asking the solid example of NCERT book, therefore we discuss that. Okay, take this question and then we can wind up. Let us do the checkpoint, how much you could understand in this chapter so far. Note down this question, take this question, and that is the last one. Any difficulty apart from this question? Anybody want to ask anything? बोले। So we have seen first law and second law today, and momentum also we have learned, type of forces and how do we define the force. These are the points covered today, and this is the homework problem. That's all from my side, and we'll continue in the next classes. We'll see the third law also, and then other topics. एक और क्वेश्चन था आपका टेक्स्ट बुक का, नंबर नोट कर लीजिए उसको, डोंट टेक द पिक। ये नोट कर लिया, इसका पिक ले लिया आपने? अरे देर क्विकली जस्ट रिस्पॉन्ड। नोटेड?
Yes, sir.
इसका पिक ले लो और इसके नंबर नोट करो टेक्स्ट, ये नहीं, नॉट दिस, ये वाला। गुड क्वेश्चन, 5.7 is good question. Just let me bring it here. Very good question. Do it carefully. Sorry. Yeah. seventh question of exercise.
Sir, is it done?
Yes, sir. Okay then. Shall I end it now?